I should not be giving this advice out to anyone, but I'm gonna do it anyways.
You know what? I'm probably not the best person to give relationship advice.
This is kind of like a little talk that we had when we were driving here to San Diego yesterday. I think there are like 4 key points in any relationship, which I think if people implement those, your relationship can really flourish. And when someone tells you that they are always in love, that they never fight or they never argue, don't believe that. It's like every relationship, you have issues, and every relationship, people will argue about something. When you have two individuals that are coming together, they're bound to have disagreements here and there. One of the key points I think in any relationship is honesty, because I see a lot of our friends, they're not honest with each other in a relationship. And if you cannot be honest, then I think that is like literally the glue that holds anything together, any kind of relationship, whether it's your parents or your siblings or your lover.
Eye contact, honesty, and togetherness.
When it comes to two people that are romantically in love together, the key point is honesty. If you're not honest, then you'll never ever be able to be true to yourself and to be true to the other person. They are trying to make other people happy, and in that whole process, they become
Honesty is such a lonely word.
So I'm talking about in a relationship, like
Yes.
how we see a lot of our friends, they seem like they're not in a happy relationship.
Yeah,
I don't see them being honest with each other.
yeah.
It's like they walk on eggshells.
If you ask a question and you say yes, but you mean no,
Mm.
how in the world would you know?
That's so true.
Why make life so complicated?
Why make life complicated? Exactly. So that makes everything super complicated. And the second point is freedom.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to propose a toast to freedom.
Freedom.
I think that ties in with honesty, because when you're not honest with your feelings, then you don't foster freedom in a relationship. And people don't feel free in their relationship because you feel like you're tied down to making this person that you're with constantly and consistently happy based on their terms. So that means someone is holding the reins, and no one should be holding the reins in a relationship. You're two individual people, and each individual person should have the freedom to flourish in their own way. And that is the reason you should be falling in love with that person, not because they're saying or behaving the way you want them to and say the things that you want them to say. You should be falling in love with things that they say on their own.
Love me! Love me!
That's something that you don't like, then maybe that's not the right person for you. If you can't grow as individual people, then I don't know, it's just suffocating. The third point is communication. I think we communicate pretty openly because we feel comfortable, even if it's something uncomfortable, but we don't really walk on eggshells with each other. We just say whatever comes to our mind.
I don't wrap it in a present and then give it to you. I just say it how it is.
But sometimes you say like white lies, like when you throw away a water bottle.
But this is normal stuff. This is fun.
So I have this like really weird habit where I collect water bottles. I don't know why. I know why. Or what?
Pits from fruit. That's such a weird
I
thing.
think this is like an Indian thing. I get it from my mom. Like she loves gardening, but I grew
I
up.
wouldn't call it gardening. Everything dies. To
She
be
used
honest,
to be a good gardener. Now she doesn't have a green thumb anymore. Maybe it's an Indian thing. I don't know. Maybe it's just my family thing. Everyone likes to hold on to seeds because they want to grow those seeds. My uncles used to have farms in India, and they always used to grow stuff. It wasn't like a commercial farm. It was just their own private farm. And then my mom grew up around that, so then she was always collecting seeds. But somehow my dad was also collecting seeds, so I automatically grew up thinking that I need to collect all the seeds. Anytime a fruit tastes amazing, I save the seed because in my mind I'm like, oh, I'm gonna grow this in our backyard. So that's why I think you throw away sometimes the seeds, and then he thinks I'm not gonna notice, and then I'm like, where are this bag of the seeds? Finally, you'll tell me the truth that you threw them out. And then same thing with the water bottles, because I like to go running.
And you need 27 water bottles. Yeah. I know.
I keep all of them because
Uh-huh.
in case if I can't find one, then I have another one. So I collect water bottles. I never throw them out, the plastic ones. I've never found a reusable water bottle that I can use for running, and they're always too heavy. Either they're too small or too flimsy or too heavy. So I keep those regular water bottles that you get, the plastic ones, for my running because I need water when I'm running. Sometimes you pretend like you didn't throw it out, but then he'll confess. So those are the extent of lies that we tell each other. The last point I think is spontaneous. So the best vacation that we had was 10 days to Italy. The only thing we booked was the first night in a hotel. After that, we had no idea which city we were going to go to. We had no idea which hotel. We were planning it out day by day as we were driving. And that turned out to be one of the best vacations that we've had. Being spontaneous in a relationship is so important is because it gives you sense of adventure. And once you lose that sense of adventure, you have a high chance of your relationship becoming more stagnant. That sense of excitement sometimes goes away. Plan out every single day, every week when it comes to work. We have a schedule to follow. But when it comes to private time, it's completely spontaneous. So yesterday we got here and we had no plan on where we wanted to go eat. Because I think when you plan everything, you always set this tone of expectation. And when you have this tone of expectation, then you're living to that expectation. If it's not met, then you're disappointed. Especially in a relationship, when you're both adventurous, then you create something together and you experience something together in a completely different way, so it becomes more memorable. Those are my 2 cents on relationship advice that no one asked for and no one probably cares. So I'm gonna finish my coffee now and then we're gonna go head out into the city. We're gonna go to La Jolla. There's this restaurant, no, not restaurant. So at the cove, there is a store that is in the cave. So you climb down into the cave in the water. We went yesterday, but it was already closed. And go sit by the ocean a little bit, walk around, and then we're gonna head back home.